Your $60,000 SUV just threw a check engine light at 75,000 miles. The dealer wants $4,200 for repairs. Meanwhile, your neighbor's 25-year-old Toyota just rolled past 300,000 miles on the original engine. What do modern automakers not want you to know? That there's a generation of vehicles engineered to actually last. Cars that were built before planned obsolescence became the business model. Today, we're counting down 12 bulletproof machines that prove reliability isn't about technology. It's about intention. Let's dive in. Number 12, Volvo 240, 1993 to 1997. Starting at number 12, we have the Swedish tank that refuses to die. If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you remember these boxy wagons everywhere. But here's what makes them legendary. They're still everywhere. The Volvo 240, produced until 1993, features the bulletproof B230F inline-4 engine, producing a modest 114 horsepower. Not fast, not flashy, but virtually indestructible. These engines regularly surpass 300,000 miles with nothing more than regular oil changes. One Australian couple documented their 1979 Volvo 245 wagon reaching 1.24 million miles on the original gearbox and body panels. That's not a typo. Over 1 million miles. The secret? Overbuilt simplicity. The B230 engine was designed with massive tolerances, meaning parts could wear and wear without catastrophic failure. The body, while not immune to rust, used thicker steel than most contemporaries. The suspension was agricultural but robust. Everything was designed to be fixed with basic tools by someone who'd never touched a wrench before. You can find clean examples for $3,000 to $8,000 today, with higher mileage ones going for even less. Parts remain abundant, and there's a massive enthusiast community keeping these cars alive. The interior materials, especially the seats, remain comfortable even on 200,000-mile examples. Modern automakers don't build cars like this anymore because, frankly, you'd never need to buy another one. But wait until you see what German engineering did even better at number 11. Number 11, Mercedes-Benz W123 300D, 1976 to 1985. The Mercedes-Benz W123 300D turbo diesel isn't just a car. It's a statement about what automotive engineering used to mean. Produced from 1976 to 1985, this was the Mercedes that taxi drivers worldwide trusted to rack up 500,000 miles and beyond without major mechanical drama. Under that long hood sits the legendary OM617 5-cylinder turbo diesel, producing just 88 horsepower in non-turbo form, or 123 horsepower with the turbo. Glacially slow by modern standards, but these engines are known to exceed 500,000 miles routinely. Some have documented over 1 million miles on original engine internals. The secret lies in the cast-iron construction, massive internal clearances, and Mercedes's then uncompromising approach to engineering. These weren't cheap cars when new. A 1982 300D turbo diesel cost around $25,000, equivalent to about $80,000 today. But buyers understood they were purchasing a vehicle for life. The paint was multiple layers deep. The doors closed with a vault-like thunk. The suspension bushings were over-engineered. Even the wiring harnesses were built to last decades. The W123 featured pioneering safety technology for its era, including a sacrificial crumple zone design that protected occupants while allowing the passenger cell to remain intact. The body-on-frame construction meant these cars handled European roads with grace, while soaking up imperfections American highways threw at them. Today, clean examples range from $8,000 to $20,000, depending on condition and mileage. The diesel models command premiums because enthusiasts know what they're getting. A car that will outlive modern vehicles costing 3 times as much. But German engineering wasn't alone in building immortal sedans. Number 10 comes from Japan's luxury upstart. Number 10, Lexus LS400, 1990 to 2000. In 1989, Toyota decided to humble Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and the entire German luxury establishment. The result was the Lexus LS400, a car that didn't just match German luxury sedans, it embarrassed them in reliability. Consumer Reports called it one of the world's finest luxury sedans, and owners are still proving why 3 decades later. The first-generation LS400 came with the 1 UZFE 4.0-liter V8, producing 250 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Smooth, powerful, and engineered to tolerances that would make a Swiss watchmaker weep. There's a famous LS400 with over 900,000 miles documented, and forums are filled with owners reporting 300,000 to 500,000 miles on original engines and transmissions. Toyota's Circle F project took 6 years and involved 60 designers, 2,300 technicians, and 1,400 engineers. Every component was destruction tested and subjected to accelerated aging. The body featured laser-welded construction, the first production car to use this technology. The result was a sedan that could cruise at highway speeds with cabin noise levels below 58 decibels, quieter than many luxury sedans today. The LS400's reliability rating stands at 9.1 out of 10, with a 23.5% chance of reaching 200,000 miles, remarkable for any vehicle. Common issues? The starter motor placement makes replacement labor-intensive, and the EGR pipe can crack in cold climates, but these are minor compared to the catastrophic failures plaguing modern luxury cars post-warranty. Prices range from $3,000 to $12,000 for clean examples. For the price of a few monthly payments on a new luxury sedan, you get proven bulletproof luxury. And speaking of bulletproof Japanese engineering, number 9 proves that boring can be brilliant. Number 9. Honda Accord, 2006 to 2011. The 7th generation Honda Accord doesn't generate excitement at car shows. It won't turn heads at stoplights, but it will start every single morning for the next 15 years without drama. And that's exactly what modern automakers don't want you thinking about. This generation Accord came with either a 2.4-liter four-cylinder producing 166 horsepower or a 3.5-liter V6 cranking out 271 horsepower. Both engines are known for exceptional reliability, regularly exceeding 200,000 miles with routine maintenance. J.D. Power gave the 2007 model an 88 out of 100 reliability rating, one of the highest scores ever recorded for the segment. Honda's formula was simple: fewer parts, higher quality materials, and extensive testing. The engine design featured VTEC for efficiency without complexity. The continuously variable transmission, when properly maintained, proved durable despite early skepticism. The suspension used a McPherson strut front and multi-link rear, proven technology executed flawlessly. The Accord's annual maintenance costs average just over $400, half what you'd spend maintaining a comparable BMW or Mercedes. Parts are plentiful and affordable. Any mechanic can work on them. This makes the total cost of ownership remarkably low, even compared to newer vehicles with their expensive sensors and proprietary systems. Clean examples sell for $6,000 to $12,000 today. Many still have their original transmissions and engines, with owners reporting minimal issues beyond routine wear items like brakes and tires. It's the automotive equivalent of the reliable friend who's always there when you need them. But if you want reliable Japanese engineering in SUV form, number 8 is legendary. Number 8. Toyota 4Runner, 2003 to 2009. The 4th generation Toyota 4Runner is what happens when Toyota takes its truck DNA and wraps it in an SUV package designed for actual use rather than valet parking. Built on a body-on-frame chassis with a proven powertrain, these vehicles regularly see 200,000 to 300,000 miles without major mechanical failures. Power comes from Toyota's 4.0-liter 1GR FEV6, producing 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. This engine is renowned for durability. Some owners report over 400,000 miles on original internals. The secret lies in conservative engineering. No direct injection complexity, no turbocharging stress, just a naturally aspirated design with massive tolerances. Paired with either a 5-speed automatic or 6-speed manual transmission, both known for exceptional longevity. The 4Runner's reliability rating sits at 84 out of 100 according to various sources, with an annual repair cost averaging $514, well below the mid-size SUV average. Common issues include rust concerns on vehicles from snowbelt states and occasional dashboard cracking in hot climates, but mechanically, these trucks are nearly bulletproof. Off-road capability remains impressive even by modern standards. The X-Rea's suspension system, on equipped models, and available locking rear differential make these surprisingly capable. yet they're comfortable enough for daily commuting, with spacious interiors featuring durable materials that age gracefully. Used values remain strong. Clean examples command $12,000 to $25,000 depending on mileage and trim. That price reflects market recognition that these SUVs will outlast most modern crossovers costing twice as much. Speaking of SUVs that last forever, number 7 takes reliability to an almost absurd level. Number 7. Toyota Land Cruiser, 1998 to 2007. The Toyota Land Cruiser 100 series represents peak build it once, build it right philosophy. These aren't SUVs, they're expeditions on wheels. Toyota designed them to traverse the Australian outback and African deserts for decades, and they've delivered exactly that. Under the hood sits a 4.7-liter 2UZ FEV8, producing 230 to 245 horsepower, depending on the year. This engine routinely achieves 300,000 miles, with reports of some surpassing 500,000 miles with basic maintenance. The Land Cruiser earned the #1 spot on iSeeCar's longest-lasting vehicles list, with a 39.1% predicted chance of reaching 250,000 miles, over 8 times the industry average of 4.8%. These vehicles featured full-time four-wheel drive, adjustable suspension, and enough technology to be comfortable while remaining simple enough to be reliable. The interior, while dated by modern standards, used materials that lasted. The leather aged gracefully, the switches remained tactile, and the climate control just worked, year after year after year. Toyota's global support network means parts remain available, and these trucks have earned legendary status in overlanding communities. They're vehicles you can depend on anywhere in the world, which is exactly what Toyota promised. The downside? People know what they have. Clean 100 series Land Cruisers command $15,000 to $35,000 depending on mileage and condition. Low mileage examples with service records can exceed $40,000. Yet even at those prices, you're buying proven longevity that no modern luxury SUV can match. But if the Land Cruiser is too expensive, number 6 offers similar reliability for less money. Number 6. Toyota Camry, 1997 to 2001. The 4th-generation Toyota Camry represents peak, boring but brilliant automotive philosophy. While enthusiasts mock these cars for their appliance-like character, owners are too busy not paying repair bills to care. These Camrys were engineered during Toyota's quality obsession era, and it shows. Available with either a 2.2-liter 4-cylinder producing 133 horsepower or a 3.0-liter V6 making 194 horsepower, both engines are renowned for longevity. Owners regularly report 250,000 to 300,000 miles with minimal issues beyond routine maintenance. One documented 1996 Avalon, sharing the same platform and V6, reached 312,000 miles and was described as running strong by its owner. The Camry's success lies in Toyota's conservative engineering approach during this era. Components were overbuilt relative to their duty cycle. The transmission, either a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic, proved exceptionally durable. The suspension, while not sporty, absorbed years of abuse without major failures. Even the paint held up better than contemporaries. Consumer Reports data shows these Camrys have a better-than-average predicted dependability, with the 2000 to 2001 model years receiving particularly high marks. Common issues were minor. Oxygen sensors eventually failing, door lock actuators occasionally going bad, repairs measured in hundreds, not thousands of dollars. Today's market offers these Camrys for $3,000 to $8,000 for clean, well-maintained examples. That's less than many annual car payments, yet provides transportation that will likely outlast whatever new vehicle sits next to it in the driveway. Parts are cheap, any mechanic can work on them, and they just keep going. If you want the Camry's reliability wrapped in more luxury, number 5 is your answer. Number 5. Lexus ES350, 2006 to 2012. The Lexus ES350 is essentially a Camry wearing a tuxedo, and that's the highest compliment you can give it. Built on Toyota's K platform, shared with the Camry, the ES350 takes proven mechanical reliability and wraps it in genuine luxury materials and whisper quiet comfort. Under the hood sits the same 3.5-liter 2GRF EV6 found in the Camry, producing 272 horsepower. This engine has earned top reliability ratings for its engine, electrical system, transmission, and fuel system for over 11 years running. Owners routinely report 200,000 plus miles with only routine maintenance. The 6-speed automatic transmission proved equally bulletproof, with few reported failures even at high mileage. The ES350's interior featured genuine wood trim, power front seats with memory functions, and dual-zone climate control as standard equipment. Unlike German luxury cars from the same era where these features eventually fail catastrophically, Lexus components simply continue working. The leather, while it may show wear, doesn't crack and peel like rivals. The electronics don't develop gremlins that require expensive, dealer-only diagnostics. Lexus earned the #1 spot in J.D. Power's 2024 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study with just 135 problems per 100 vehicles, far below the industry average of 190. The ES350 exemplifies this reliability perfectly. Today's market prices clean ES350s at $12,000 to $22,000, depending on mileage and condition. For the price of a used economy car, you get proven luxury sedan reliability that will likely outlast most modern competitors. But BMW proved Germans could build reliable cars too, and number 4 is their masterpiece. Number 4, BMW E39, 5 Series, 1996 to 2003. The BMW E39 5 Series represents the last hurrah of old-school BMW engineering before cost-cutting and electronic complexity took over. Car enthusiasts call it the quintessential BMW, and Consumer Reports gave the 2001 530i the highest car rating they had ever awarded, declaring it the best car they'd ever reviewed to that date. The standout model is the 530i with its 3.0-liter M54 inline-6 producing 228 horsepower. This engine won Ward's Engine of the Year awards in 2002 and 2003. When properly maintained, these 6s regularly exceed 200,000 miles with minimal issues. The 540i with its 4.4-liter M62 V8 making nearly 300 horsepower is more powerful but requires more diligent maintenance, particularly for the cooling system. The E39 featured groundbreaking aluminum suspension components that reduced unsprung weight by 21 kilograms. The result was handling that modern BMWs struggle to match despite decades of advancement. The steering felt alive in your hands, the chassis balanced perfectly, 50-50 weight distribution on 6-cylinder models. And unlike modern BMWs, you could actually feel the road without being beaten senseless. The catch? These are BMWs. They require proper maintenance. Cooling systems need attention, Vanos seals eventually wear, and electrical gremlins can appear if previous owners neglected the car. But when maintained correctly, these cars deliver 200,000 plus miles of engaging driving. Market prices range from $8,000 to $18,000 for clean 530i models, while M5 examples command $35,000 plus. For the price of a bland modern crossover, you get a sedan that still drives better than most cars made today. Swedish engineering had something to say about reliability too, and number 3 is proof. Number 3, Honda Accord, 1990 to 1997. The 4th and 5th generation Honda Accord represents peak 1990s Japanese reliability, before cost-cutting, before planned obsolescence became standard practice, and before bean counters ruined everything. These Accords were overbuilt for their era, and 3 decades later, they're still running. The 2.2-liter F22 4-cylinder produced 130 to 145 horsepower, depending on trim and VTEC inclusion. Not powerful by modern standards, but these engines are legendary for durability. With basic maintenance, oil changes every 3,000 miles, and timing belts on schedule, owners report 300,000 plus miles without engine rebuilds. One documented 1993 Accord reached 428,000 miles on the original engine and transmission before being sold to the owner's mechanic, where it continued running for years. Honda's engineering philosophy during this era focused on simplicity and quality. Fewer parts meant fewer failure points. High-strength steel construction contributed to longevity despite the car's relatively light weight. The transmission, either a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic, proved exceptionally durable when fluid changes were performed regularly. The 1994 to 1997 fifth-generation models received particular praise for reliability, with the 1994 Accord having minimal complaints despite being nearly 30 years old. Safety features were advanced for the era, including dual front airbags as standard and optional ABS. Today's market values these Accords at $2,000 to $6,000 for decent examples. High-mileage cars often sell for under $2,000, but don't let mileage scare you. A well-maintained 200,000-mile Accord will outlast a neglected 100,000-mile example of almost anything else. Parts remain cheap and available, and any mechanic can work on them. But if you want reliability wrapped in more prestige, number 2 offers luxury that actually lasts. Number 2, Lexus GS400 430, 1998 to 2004. The Lexus GS400 and GS430 represent the Japanese luxury sedan at its absolute peak. Powerful, comfortable, reliable, and built to standards that shame modern luxury cars. While BMW and Mercedes were engineering complexity nightmares, Lexus was perfecting the art of making technology that actually worked long-term. The GS400 came with a 4.0-liter 1UZ FEV8 producing 300 horsepower, later upgraded to the GS430 with a 4.3-liter 3UZ FEV8 making 300 horsepower, earlier models, or 290 horsepower, later models with variable valve timing. These engines are famous for extreme longevity. 300,000 miles is common, with some documented examples exceeding 500,000 miles on original powertrains. The GS featured rear-wheel drive for proper sport sedan dynamics, yet remained comfortable enough for daily commuting. The interior quality was exceptional. Real wood trim that didn't delaminate, leather that aged gracefully, and electronics that continued functioning decades later. The Mark Levinson premium audio system, when equipped, still sounds better than many modern luxury car systems. Unlike German luxury cars from the same era, the GS doesn't develop expensive electrical problems. The climate control continues working, the power seats don't fail. The navigation system, while dated, keeps functioning. This is the difference between engineering for luxury and engineering for longevity. Lexus mastered both. Market prices range from $8,000 to $18,000 for clean GS400 430 examples. For the price of a basic new economy car, you get proven V8 luxury sedan reliability that modern equivalents can't match. And finally, at number 1, we have the car that redefined automotive longevity. Number 1, Toyota 4Runner, 1996 to 2002. The third-generation Toyota 4Runner isn't just reliable, it's become a cultural phenomenon. These trucks represent everything modern SUVs aren't. Simple, overbuilt, repairable, and designed to last indefinitely. Ask any mechanic which vehicle they'd want if they could only own one, and many point to these 4Runners. Power came from either a 2.7-liter 4-cylinder producing 150 horsepower, or the legendary 3.4-liter 5 VZF-EV6, making 183 horsepower. The V6 is the one to get. It's famous for achieving 300,000 plus miles with basic maintenance. Owners on forums regularly report 400,000 to 500,000 miles on original engines. The 4-speed automatic or 5-speed manual transmission proved equally durable. This generation is widely considered the most reliable 4Runner ever built due to its robust construction and minimal common issues. The body-on-frame design meant these trucks could take serious abuse. The suspension was over-engineered for off-road use, making on-road driving almost luxuriously comfortable. The interior materials, while plastic-heavy, simply don't break. Yes, these trucks had rust issues, particularly the frame. Toyota issued recalls and remediated thousands of frames, but buyers today need to inspect thoroughly. Beyond rust, mechanical issues are remarkably rare. No head gasket problems like some Subarus, no transmission failures like some Jeeps, just solid, dependable transportation. The market has caught on to what enthusiasts always knew. Clean third-generation 4Runners command $12,000 to $28,000 depending on mileage, condition, and equipment. Low-mileage examples with service records and no rust can exceed $30,000, remarkable for a vehicle over 20 years old. Why? Because buyers understand these trucks will outlast anything modern dealers are selling. There you have it. 12 vehicles from an era when built to last actually meant something. These cars lack fancy screens and lane-keeping assist, but they offer something priceless. They won't bankrupt you the moment the warranty expires. Modern automakers won't tell you this truth. Cars can easily last 300,000 miles. These 12 prove it every single day. Thanks for watching SUV Detective. Hit subscribe if you want more honest car content. And check out our video on modern SUVs that won't last 100,000 miles. The contrast will shock you. Drive smart. Stay reliable.